All right, today we're jumping into a tool that's been a secret weapon for developers for, gosh, over a decade now, Sublime Text. If you've been around the block, you know it's legendary for being super lean, incredibly fast, and way more powerful than it looks. But here's the thing. We live in a world that's packed with amazing, totally free code editors. So that begs the big question. Why on earth are so many developers still happy to open their wallets for Sublime Text? That's exactly what we're going to get into today. So here's our game plan. We'll kick things off by defining what Sublime Text really is. Then we'll take a quick trip through its history and dig into the core features that made people fall in love with it. We'll also check out how the latest version keeps up with the times, explore its massive ecosystem, and finally, we'll wrap it all up with our final verdict. Sound good? Let's do it. Okay, first things first, let's get on the same page about what we're talking about. I mean, sure, it edits text, but calling Sublime Text just a text editor is like calling a race car just a car. You're kind of missing the entire point. So what is it really? At its core, Sublime Text is a source code editor. It's proprietary, and it runs on pretty much anything you throw at it. Windows, Mac, Linux, you name it. It's famous for that super clean, minimal look, but what really defines it is this deep, almost fanatical obsession with two things: raw, unfiltered speed, and the power to customize literally anything you want through its Python API. You know, Sublime Text didn't just appear out of nowhere, fully formed. Its journey from a niche little app to a major player on the scene, well, it actually tells you a lot about its core philosophy. It all kicked off back in 2008. Version 1 was a simple, fast, tab-based editor, but it was only for Windows. The real game changer was 2012, when version 2 went cross-platform. All of a sudden, Mac and Linux developers could get in on the action. Then, in 2017, version 3 got a whole lot smarter with symbol indexing, which was a huge deal for navigating big, complex projects. And that brings us to 2021, when version 4 came roaring in, completely modernizing its engine for the powerful hardware we all use today. So let's talk about the features that built that incredibly loyal fan base. It really comes down to doing just a few things, but doing them better than anyone else. This quote right here, it just nails the entire philosophy of Sublime Text. It's not about giving you complicated tools like macros. It's about giving you direct, intuitive power over your code. And there is one feature that just perfectly embodies this idea. And here it is, multiple selections. This is the feature that really puts Sublime Text on the map. Forget complicated find and replace commands. With this, you just select a word, you had a simple key command like Control-D or Command-D, and bam, you instantly have a cursor at every single place that word appears. You type once, and it edits everywhere, all at the same time. I'm not kidding, it feels like magic, and it saves a ridiculous amount of time. And that same obsession with speed carries right over to things like the command palette. With just one keyboard shortcut, you can do, well, anything. Jump to any file, find any function, run any command in your entire project. The whole design is meant to do one thing: keep your hands on the keyboard and your mind focused on the code, not on clicking through menus.
But look, those classic features are amazing, but they can only take you so far in today's world. So let's see how version 4 brought Sublime Text firmly into the modern era.
Probably the single biggest change was the jump to GPU rendering. What that means is the editor's interface, all the text, the menus, everything, is now drawn by our powerful graphics card, not the main CPU. And the result? Oh, it's a buttery smooth experience that scales all the way up to 8K resolutions, and it does it all while using less power. If you've got a high-res monitor, trust me, the difference is night and day.
Version 4 also brought in some absolutely crucial support for modern hardware and languages. It now runs natively on Apple Silicon for crazy performance on new Macs, and even on tiny ARM devices like a Raspberry Pi. And for us developers, it added built-in support for TypeScript and JASX right out of the box, along with a much, much smarter autocomplete engine. These aren't just minor updates, they're essential for how we all work today.
Now, beyond the core editor itself, a huge part of what makes Sublime so powerful is its massive and really mature ecosystem. Sublime isn't just what's in the box. The key to that whole ecosystem is a little tool called Package Control. Think of it like the App Store for Sublime Text. It's the standard way you install plugins, and it unlocks a whole universe of community-built enhancements. You can add code linters, support for new programming languages, beautiful themes. You can basically tailor the editor to be the perfect tool for your specific workflow. And the ecosystem isn't just about third-party plugins. There's also a sibling product called Sublime Merge. It's a Git client, but it's built with the exact same DNA as the editor, that intense focus on speed, high performance, and a clean, no-nonsense UI. The two of them work together beautifully, creating this really consistent experience from the moment you write your code to the moment you manage its version history. Okay, so after all that, let's circle all the way back to our original question and get down to the final verdict. Should you be using this? All right, let's break it down. The key strengths, they are crystal clear. That unmatched speed and performance, the incredible power of multi-cursor editing, and just how deeply you can customize it. But you have to consider the other side. It is proprietary, paid software. Now, it's worth pointing out that the free evaluation period is unlimited, so you can really use it for as long as you want to make up your mind. One key limitation to be aware of, though, is its lack of native support for right-to-left languages like Arabic or Hebrew. So really, the choice comes down to philosophy. If you're the kind of person who values raw performance, a clean, distraction-free interface, and incredibly powerful text manipulation above everything else, then yeah, Sublime Text still makes a very, very compelling case. So the real question is, does that sound like the right tool for you and your next project?